What's up, people? Welcome back to the IG podcast. Not live. My co-host IcyCaress is with me without his squeaky chair because he got threatened
no
to boot.
squeaks. I know, just still kind of squeaks.
I'd say about 50% of the comments last time were your annoying ass chair.
It wasn't my fault.
Anywho, today's episode sponsored by fucking Crayola, dude.
Crayola, holy shit.
I have a box of 64 sitting right here with some great colors such as macaroni and cheese and fuzzy wuzzy brown.
Man,
I love fuzzy wuzzy brown.
How do I get on that sweet Crayola deal?
Dude, it's actually, they don't pay anything. It's like really bad.
Damn it.
They just send you 64 pack so you can review it. It's
Let's just be honest, nobody's ever going to sponsor us. We should just stop. Like, it just seems desperate at this point.
Well, I could sponsor it.
I know you would.
I mean,
sponsored by WeaselZone.
Yes.
Anyway,
paid 1 cent for every person who follows his Facebook.
Today's episode is a special episode because it's our first time having a guest, first of all, and the guest is fucking awesome. You might remember him by his amazing German accent that make all the panties wet and all the legs drippy.
Oh boy.
Wait, what? Are they pissing themselves? Is this?
You might remember him from the countless collaborations we've done in the past, and you're likely already a lifetime fan, let's be honest. This dude is named Weasel, or Sven. We'll call him Sven from now on, from WeaselZone. Welcome to the podcast, dude. What's up?
Hey, how's it going?
How's it going?
I
need
really
a soundboard.
hyped me up there. I feel this is just going to be a letdown.
Dude, we got a lot of people asking
it's like having
about
this
you.
like really epic trailer for a movie, and then you watch it and you realize all the fun scenes were in the trailer.
Yeah,
I mean that's how trailers
like
work.
Majority of films, I feel.
Yeah.
I mean,
you have been a legend.
I was hyped to see Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. I don't know why I was, but it was an absolute fucking shit show.
Wait, really?
It was a terrible fucking movie. Oh my god.
I have not. Wait, is that the first one with Chris Pratt, or is that the
No, that's the
one?
newest one with Chris Pratt.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched that one yet.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Don't waste your time. Anyway.
but Blue.
But Blue, yeah.
Oh,
Blue.
if I remember rightly,
it's the only reason I would watch the movie. The first one wasn't even really good. I just care about Blue now.
Wasn't there a scene where some guy who collects dinosaur teeth gets into a cage with a dinosaur?
Yeah, that was Buffalo Bill.
Dangerous.
From fucking Silence of the Lambs. I love him.
What the hell?
Or
Why would you go into a cage with a giant dinosaur?
He shot him like 6 times with... See, the whole idea was that the Indoraptor was like some intelligent being, so he shot him like 3 times with tranquilizers that would kill normal dinosaurs, and so he pretends to be knocked out. Because the dinosaurs, it's so dumb. Let's move on.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Let's move on before Universal never sponsors us.
Sponsored by Universal.
So Sven, what's up?
Yeah.
Man? We all miss you. Like I think we all miss you.
Well, I'm still there. Here's the thing. I'm still doing things. It's not that I went away. People are like, I miss you so much. Like as they are on my stream. It's like I'm literally live right now. You can talk to me.
Yeah, it's kind of a different medium though. Like there's something nice about coming home as a fan of Weasel. I'm a #1 fan.
I still do videos too.
That's true.
It's not only streams. I also do videos.
So I did watch your Donut County. County. That was very sasatisfying. Yeah.
Did you enjoy it? Really?
I really liked Donut County. It was so satisfying.
I'm glad you did.
So there's probably also a lot of people who may not know who you are, which would be ridiculous to think about. But
yeah, unbelievable.
So when did you leave YouTube?
At the beginning of the year, basically around January 30th or so, like basically beginning of the year.
Right.
I made a YouTube video saying I quit YouTube and, had to like specifically state that it was not clickbait, because I think every YouTuber at a certain point is just doing a stupid video that's just like, I quit. And then it's like, it's just a joke. I quit because something happened with my equipment or so, but I don't really quit. But you clicked, you idiots. No, I actually had to specifically say it was not clickbait and that I left YouTube.
I think
and it's one of my most watched videos.
Yeah,
Oh, for
I saw
sure.
that. But I think you missed an opportunity there. You should have uploaded it on April Fool's and then actually quit. Because then
Well-
the April Fool would have been that everyone thought you were fooling. But no, I'm done. You're
Oh,
gone.
that's too meta, dude. That's
But
way
that-
too meta.
What would I have done for those several months where I wouldn't have posted a video on YouTube then?
just videos every day of your fish tank.
Just the same video.
Yeah, that's it.
Dude,
Or
you would
like a
actually
1-second
you
video.
would carry on the fucking legacy if you did that. Just a fish tank, or
Yeah,
like a for Wheatley, just a cam on Wheatley the whole time, dude.
A fish tank for Wheatley, just a poor bird drowned in there,
What?
just floating.
Wait.
just in the stream of the filter, just like it just turns around.
Oh my god.
In today's video, Wheatley accidentally gets caught in the pump.
But
and
yes,
gets turned
Wheatley
into
is
dust.
still doing fine, by the way. I know
Yeah.
like some people ask
Is
where he
he-
is. This is the problem. Where I moved, like this is one of the reasons that made me also like decide to not upload videos, because the internet where I live is really bad. So I actually drive to a friend to live stream. I have to drive like 15 minutes there. I have set up
Yeah.
a setup in the basement.
Yeah.
It's creepy, man. It's really weird. It's like
You
some
are
sort
the
of like
basement.
dungeon.
Well, no, because if I recall correctly, in the early days when we used to when we started talking, you said you went over to a friend's house to upload then.
Oh yeah,
Right?
no,
In
I had
Germany.
to do that. It's full circle back. I had to drive 50 minutes to a
Came
friend
to
upload
America?
videos in the beginning.
Came to America, still have internet problems.
Yeah,
Sucks.
it just
So
happens
good.
whenever I get good internet. It doesn't last very long, and I just get bad one very
Oh, yeah.
soon
Well,
after.
I fixed my because I had to move back in with some other people because my original flatmate moved out. So I actually have my own internet put in here. We have 2 different internet service providers coming in here, so nobody steals my fucking internet. So I was having problems with that when I first moved back in here.
Yeah.
So, but you have a completely different problem. You just straight up don't have any internet providers up to your house.
Well,
I
I
don't know
have
how to
internet
deal with that.
providers. They're just really bad. It's
Yeah,
Verizon.
really
Shout
bad.
out to Verizon for their really horrible customer service. You guys suck.
On top of that, they're
Seriously.
horrible internet.
Yeah, the
Well,
internet is really
dude, don't talk bad
garbage.
about. We might get sponsored by Verizon.
Oh, sponsor me! Sponsor me! I live in the UK. I
What are they
don't
gonna
know how
sponsor
this
you
would
with?
help you.
They're sponsoring
money,
me with
right?
money. What are you talking about?
Yeah, true.
Give
fair
me
point.
give me the moolah. Nah, fuck Verizon, dude. Verizon's stupid.
I mean,
Stupid.
their phone coverage here is good. That's the only reason. But the problem is everything else is pretty horrible.
Yeah.
Pretty
yeah.
bad.
So on the topic, all right. So back to the topic of you leaving YouTube.
Yes.
What would
Oh, boy.
you say is top 3
Topics.
reasons why you left? Like what really
Oh.
pushed? Because I want to preface this. The videos you made up to that point, it's
Yeah.
like no one could have really. I knew that you were tired of it, but no one as a casual viewer would have predicted that was
Well,
going to happen because
I think
you
a
had like the
couple of us
weekly,
did.
like the weekly video like still going like prior to that one happening, and then all of a sudden that one came out. So what was it that pushed you?
Well, it was a pretty sudden decision. Because why? Good question. Okay, let me give you some reasons about YouTube. Like not why I then decided to then finally take the step. I had like problems before. Some remember a lot of like demonetization issues with YouTube or issues that channels from like popular YouTubers would all of a sudden get striked, and just after the whole community rose out of the ashes, they would reinstate that. Those were like surface problems that I had with YouTube and YouTube's management, and I know a lot of people have still that issue and are not happy how YouTube is treating its creators. But in the end, it came down to me that when I was doing content that I personally enjoyed playing, I didn't get really the traction that I needed to sustain myself, to like basically to make a living with it. It's people say like, oh yeah, play what you want, what you enjoy playing. But in the end, it turns out that that's not the way to make a living on YouTube. You do need to cater to people. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes you can make the videos and the content that you love doing and really be successful with that. But for me, that was just not the thing. You had to like constantly run after the next new game. Like, oh, there's another Stranded Deep. You better play it, otherwise you're not gonna get any views. And then you were basically competing with all these other YouTubers to release videos, and who has the better clickbait. It was a silly situation.
Well, I remember leading up to that, you had a video which basically said, "I'm done chasing views."
Yes,
And
yes, that's what I did.
That was before or after? Because you then did Unreal Gold with Lauren for a while, which I loved.
Yeah.
But a lot of people just started clicking off at that point.
Yeah, they
which
didn't
was
really care
heartbreaking.
for that. I mean, that's because people were expecting, like, you don't get the views on a game like that because people don't search for it, which
Yeah.
you have. I have like a community that watches those videos, and that's great, and I appreciate that. But the community itself is also like not able to sustain like a living, because if you have 1,000 people, which is a lot for like a regular following watching your videos, that's great. But it also means like it's what, $2 in ad revenue if nobody uses AdBlock, and everybody uses AdBlock.
I have that problem.
so it's really great to have this community, but it's also not feasible to do it every day for a living.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's what I did. I after 6 years or so, I've been doing YouTube for like a long time.
Yeah. It's
And
been a
then
while.
Facebook approached me and offered me a solution to my problem, which was that they would work with me. They would basically take me on to work directly with them, allow me to make a living with it, and help them build their platform on Facebook. And I know they approach a lot of people, but I went with that, and it's been very interesting so far. So
Right. So that's a good time to plug your where can they watch you, dude?
you can watch me on Facebook, facebook.com/WeaselZone, if you're interested in that. I know a lot of people have problems with Facebook, which I understand to a degree. But
I mean, I have a lot
also,
of technical problems with it. So when
That's
I try
what they're
and click
working
on your
on.
page, when I
That-
try and
that
click
is-
on your page, I get page cannot be found, which is fun.
interesting.
And
That
then
is-
when I try and talk in chat, nobody else in your chat can see my chat.
Well, yes, like here's the thing about Facebook. Facebook has some really interesting, like I don't want to say problems, but challenges to overcome. See,
Mhm.
you have the gaming community that is really used to their handles and their nicknames, and Facebook is not that. Facebook uses real names. So that was a really weird thing at first. I personally came around to that, and I really like it because people seem to be way less toxic than, let's say, when you see it on Twitch, because they can't hide behind the handle that well.
Yeah.
And people seem to have come around to that as well. I know some people just won't use it, and that's fine. But you're using a Facebook page when you come onto my chat. It's like it says IcyCaress, and Facebook pages, I think, are not meant for commenting. You're not meant to watch a live stream with a Facebook page. Like, you're kind of working around the whole thing. So that leads to some like interesting issues, and it is definitely unique in what it does.
Because I was watching you consistently for a while, but then I had to drop off because if I talk as I was just about to say my name.
It's just
If
about to
I
reveal
talk
your entire
as
identity.
My real name, my Facebook name.
Which is John Dickinson.
Yeah, John Dickinson.
Damn,
I'm
dude,
a
way to-
thorough dicker. If I talk as
Way to
John
dox him,
Dickinson, everybody knows it's me. And if you click on my Facebook page, there's probably going to be something there that I didn't rinse properly that will lead you to know who
understand
I
that.
am, who my family is, who you are, because I'm friends with you on Facebook. So it's
I do understand the issue with that. Absolutely. That's a thing that needs to be addressed, and that's a thing that they are figuring out. I mean, it is very much a learning by doing, which every platform does. I mean, if you remember if you remember YouTube, I mean, it changed so many times over the years. A lot of platforms did. And certain things have to be figured out, like how do you deal with this? How do you deal with privacy issues? How do you deal with doxing? And that kind of stuff. So, again, they're figuring stuff out. It's nowhere near done, but it has been really interesting experience because it is so different. I mean, the whole audience is different. It's a whole different approach to consuming content. Like when you're on Facebook, you're scrolling through your feed and you're just like looking for interesting content. So people, they might just stumble upon your video because like one of your friends is watching this and you see it in your feed and you get stuck on it, or maybe you just watch for 3 seconds and then move past it. So viewers, it's a completely different new experience, which makes it really interesting for me to see. what works, what doesn't work. You can't just apply the same things you did on Twitch or you did on YouTube. So that is a fun challenge for me personally.
Right.
Enough about that. People are not here to hear me talk about Facebook gaming. Facebook.com/WeaselZone.
No, everyone's here to hear you bitch about YouTube.
Oh yeah,
Well,
people
yeah.
love that. People love to bash YouTube, and I'm gonna be like the first one there to join them in that.
Well,
but,
let's start with something positive first.
yeah.
When do you think was the pinnacle of your channel? Not views, not any of that. When do you personally feel that you were having the most fun with it?
I'm pretty sure like every podcast that I do, this comes up where I say that it's that it's about chasing views, it's about the numbers, it's about subscribers, and everyone knows that. Even if not everyone says it, not everyone looks at those numbers. How are my subscribers doing? How are my views doing? Basically on a daily base when you do YouTube. There's no way that you're just doing YouTube and like, I don't care what numbers I have, whatever, it's fine, doesn't matter. So you feel the best when you're getting those high numbers, regardless of what you do. So when I was doing like simple planes, I was very successful because I got a lot of new like subscribers and viewers. When I did the Firewatch thing, I was like really hyped, but the happiness there comes from like the success, which sure, it's a great thing, but it doesn't friggin' last. Like once you reach a certain thing, it then just goes downhill. Like if you have 1,000 subscribers at one day, all of a sudden, and then it goes back to like 50 new subscribers a day or 10. That is like crushing. Like, it's very hard to separate and say like, well, that's normal. That's okay. You feel like a failure. Like I'm doing something wrong. I'm not getting the views that I used to get. Or is it because I'm not funny? Is it because I'm, not entertaining at all? It's something that's kind of out of your control. Like as IGP certainly will tell you in depth if he wants to.
We talked a lot about that last time too.
Yeah, the algorithm, which is
depressing.
It's
Yeah,
it is.
Well, the algorithm has a habit of just switching off series right now. I don't know
lovely.
if that was a thing before, but right now, so to take my channel, you can't judge anything off of because I have the most retarded channel, and that is the only way to describe it that I have ever.
I don't know if that is the way to describe it.
Is.
I mean,
it is backwards and it is slow.
Okay, let's put it into perspective real quick. He can upload normal gameplay videos and it can get like 800 to 1,000 views. That's like baseline for him. But then he uploads a 45-second video with nothing but a black screen and him saying sorry, and it gets like 3,000 and 4,000 views. It's backwards. It makes no sense.
It's no sense.
Where are they? Where are those views coming from? And also, you have 30,000 subscribers, and what is it like? 10% is like, or used to be. I don't know if that's true anymore. 10% is
5% now.
5% is like generalized.
But
like
if you
baseline.
see a video like that that's just black, and you see like sorry, I would click that. And I'm just like, huh? What the frig is going on here? So
that is true.
Yeah,
it's
but
not clickbaity, but it is certainly enticing me.
Oh, that's clickbait.
On Indy's channel, he was what series was
Who
it?
said the co-host can speak for me?
No, there was a series you were doing, not Jurassic World, although Jurassic World is
If
a
anyone
great example.
fucking says Farlone Sales, even as a joke. Oh, Evolution.
The Evolution series.
Oh
he was
my
doing a
God,
series
that
on
was
Evolution, and he was getting 500,000 views on every video, 500,000, and then he uploaded one and it got 35,000 views.
Yeah.
YouTube just switched off views for that series, and that's happened so many times on so many different videos.
Well, there could be a
unreal.
lot of factors for something like that. Like the interest in the game pretty much died off the second that like Blitz and I did like crazy things. It's like we reached the end of what you could possibly do in the game. So doing anything else beyond that absolutely would kill it. But the curious thing is that it also died the same time it died for everyone. Everyone who was playing it, it was like they got 1/10 of the views they normally would get on it, and everyone just stopped playing it, and that was it. So we have analytics, but they don't fucking really tell you anything. For the most part, you can kind of gauge like in the new studio. I don't know if you've heard about it, Sven, but they're like overhauling the video manager look, And
It's
you can go to
terrible.
studio. It's terrible, but it gives you the click-through rate analytic. So you can so you can see how your thumbnail is doing. Basically, like how people are clicking through and how long they're staying, and they can gauge that and compare it to other videos. So you can kind of see like, okay, well, this type of thumbnail is working, or this that's a nice feature, but other than that, really, none of the analytics really tell you much. Like the views die and you have no idea why. And half the time, I think the way it's split up, like telling you where your traffic even comes from, it's like browse features and then recommend. It's like browse features could be including suggested videos, even though suggested videos is a separate thing, because on the homepage, they show you suggested or recommended videos. So it's like, what does that even mean? We have nothing to go off of.
Yeah.
So when a series dies like that, it's just like, well, fuck
Well,
me.
I'm glad
and,
I don't
and
have
my
to
giant
experience
ass.
that anymore. Because at least
We'll
when
see.
you could like kind of like keep a thing going, and then like, oh, if I do this kind of video, at least I know I'll get a certain amount of views from it.
That was the old way you would do it. You would get a really successful series, and then you would slowly turn it down while turning up all the other content, and it would carry on. You wouldn't. You would hit your peak, and then you would fall down, but you'd plateau at a certain point.
You're never able to that's the thing. You're never able to convert all of those viewers into like subscribers, or like even people that are interested in your other content. It's interesting how people on YouTube, like the mentality, because there are so many people that do one kind of content, is that people, if they don't like your content or if they don't like the video that you're doing, they're just gonna stop watching. It's like, oh, this is not the game that I like. I think you suck, and I leave, or just never watch you again. And it's I don't know. It
that's
feels bad, man.
That's definitely true
about that. Because everyone was saying, YouTube, why are my subs not getting shown my stuff in the subscription feed? And like, oh no, they always will. And then eventually YouTube came out and said, oh no, we will switch off your notifications to subscription feed if a user doesn't watch your videos for a certain amount of time. Not your recommended, your subscription feed.
I mean, okay, so there was a large, like within a month span, there was a large uproar regarding that, like notifications. Like, we're not going to send every notification to everybody. That was a thing, and people got pissed off about that. The other thing is the safe haven, the one place that you can go to, which was your sub feed, that would show in chronological order all of your subscriptions videos. They said, well, we're now testing, how to order that properly so people see the videos that they want to see. Like YouTube, I mean, we all know what it's for. I mean, it's for because they want to make more money.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. But the way they're just like, oh, we want to make sure they see, the videos that they want to see. It's like, you can't speak for the viewer. That's one of the biggest problems YouTube has, is that they're speaking for the general viewership. And it's like, if you really break it down, like if I start watching Will It Blend, which is a great series. So if I start watching one video, more than likely YouTube is going to start recommending more if I watch it all the way through, right? The problem is if I'm like, I feel like watching YouTube right now, and I open up the YouTube app, and recently I've only really watched that, and then they keep feeding that to me, it's like, okay, my mind doesn't have time to actually go anywhere else. Like, I would love right now to watch a Smooth McGroove video, but I'm being bombarded with other things that I'm interested in, like, Will It Blend? And while that works, yes, that will generate viewership and more money for them. It makes more sense to me if there was a variety in it, because if you continually shovel the same things over and over to the people, yes, they're going to watch it, but they may want to watch something else. They may be interested in something else. And
they
that's
may
where
want to watch something else, but it works for YouTube.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the problem.
It also has a problem in that YouTube very heavily, and I say that as heavily as I can, tries to push other content creators. There are specific content creators that they favor so massively that it pushes everyone else out. Yeah. Even if you like the Paulers, you know who the Paulers are. They're ridiculous.
Yeah.
If you watch a video about them, your next week of videos will be their videos recommended to you.
It will
just
be
because someone's title had their name.
And the interesting thing is that they usually prioritize like all newer videos to keep interest and traction going. But for stuff like that, when you start watching a Vsauce video, that they're going to start recommending 5 years ago Vsauce
I
videos.
had that with H3H3.
Yeah.
I started watching H3H3 again because you sent me that one video. I catfished my kid on TLC.
Yeah.
And my recommended
Was just
feed right
full
now,
of it.
well, I'll send you it. I'll send you a picture of what my recommended feed is right now. Look how many H3H3 videos
I'm sure the listeners are gonna really appreciate this picture right
well,
now.
I'm sending this to you guys so I can talk about it.
Very interestingly, I had it set up to where I can view that and then screen share with you guys, and so that way I have it on record. And the problem is I spilled coffee on my table and it flooded my mouse, and my mouse this entire time everyone's been talking is going dun 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 dun.
Ooh boy. That's
So
not-
and now it's dead. I did, but you know, so I don't have a mouse.
Yeah. Well, let me describe. There are 1, 2, 3.
I see a lot of Ethan.
4.
I see a lot of
it's
Ethan.
a lot of those
5,
videos.
6.
We get the idea.
Yeah.
We get the idea.
And they're all
It's-
about a year to 2 years old. Between
Yeah,
a year and 2
that's-
years.
I mean, the algorithm is always changing. It's always different, and it to a degree it seems to work. You got to remember when we're on YouTube and we're complaining about this, like, yeah, you know, we're gaming creators, we're not getting recommended and shit. I mean, it's first of all, we're gaming creators. Like, gaming is just like for us it seems big, but it's just a small part of YouTube. It's an important part of YouTube, but it's just a part. There's so much other content out there.
Yeah.
And everyone is fighting for our attention. Everyone is fighting basically each other to be like in front of like the other person. It's like everyone's pushing. And people are just gonna be left behind. You can't do it so everyone is gonna be happy. That's never gonna happen.
Oh, of course.
It's frustrating that you don't know what to do. But here's the thing. Now imagine YouTube would be like, all right, brah, here's what you need to do to be on first spot. It doesn't work because then everyone's gonna do it.
Yeah, you can't do that. The problem is that if you ever get or hear Google talk about the algorithm, it's like no one person or group of people understands exactly how the algorithm works. It's an ongoing self-learning AI, and they feed it information like, okay, we want to prioritize watch time. So then the algorithm starts learning to adjust to that. And so there's always, no matter what metric that YouTube can try to follow to make everyone happy, even if they wanted to, the AI, there's always going to be something wrong with it. Like, watch time is a problem still with clickbait because there's a lot of people who, my mouse just went on. There's a lot of people who make, like, Insomnia, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck to say that guy's name. Insomnia will make like 30-minute fucking videos. We'll complain about that enough. That's going to be a solo podcast where I get all the information about that piece of shit and I just like group it all together. Oh, it's on.
Oh, it's on.
Anyway, so like they can make a 30-minute video, but they'll tease something that people care about in the title and thumbnail, and it's in the video. You're just not going to find it. It's going to be really like late in the video likely and doesn't really cover much. So the idea is people get enticed by the clickbait and that subconscious feeling of like, holy shit, I got to find out what the hell's going on, or I got to find out what this is, or I got to see it. They will watch for like 20 minutes straight, and then that counts towards watch time, and then that person gets promoted.
Yeah.
And you can't combat that at all. There's no way to accurately combat like people clickbaiting like that. There's nothing you do. Basically, YouTube's a shithole.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's.
I enjoy YouTube for watching myself, but
yes.
Here's the thing that
yourself.
I watched Weasel. I'm an avid WeaselZone watcher.
Yes, he's watched all his old videos. I miss old Weasel.
Here's the thing on YouTube. I started using YouTube. I noticed it myself for certain kinds of content where the content itself is curated by the viewer, like your daily dose of internet, for example. It's a thing you can turn on, and it can run with it. I don't have in the evening like the mental capacity to like go through my Roku YouTube app and like find the creator that I want to watch a YouTube series on and then commit for so long. I trust the recommendations, and it works for me, and I have a feeling that YouTube is doing that. They're figuring out like, okay, how do I get people in the evening to keep watching videos over and over and over again, or like keep watching, like a certain. Basically, how do we glue them to the screen? And if gaming requires you to go kind of like to decide on a series that you want to watch, and you get distracted along the way, like there's all these interesting videos, and then people just click that, and I can see the algorithm being very confused by this.
Of course.
Well,
it's not going to feature gaming videos over, let's say, something like a fail compilation or vines that cure my cancer,
Yeah.
That butter my egg roll.
That's why I think people like H3H3 and all that, the commentary channels, get such a big limelight on YouTube because it is very Moorish. They have personality, and the content every time is different, so you keep watching.
Well, it's also in a sense that because people enjoy the aspect of bullying, even if it's in like good taste, like people bullying the people who are saying that they were dying to get viewers on like that. It's still bullying, and it's heavy criticism, and those like people love that. Like that's a long form type of video that can just absolutely dominate YouTube. Yes. And that's why like you have like iDubbbz and H3. Well, they're like, I say iDubbbz is kind of, I mean, dude, every time iDubbbz uploads, he's like once every 3 months, it's still like 10 million views like every single time.
It's crazy.
It's amazing.
Yep.
Well, everyone parties when iDubbbz uploads. It just kind of, it just kind of,
like for instance, like Leon Lush is a commentary channel I watch. He's hilarious, but he did a video on the dying YouTubers one, and then it just like took off, and this dude was getting like 100,000 subscribers a day, going from like 30K, and now he has like 500K in the matter of a few weeks or something, getting like 10 million, something crazy like that. It's just, I mean, as far as like gaming goes, it's hard, and we bitch a lot. Gamers bitch so much on YouTube, it's not even funny.
Oh yeah.
I feel like everyone does in their own right, but why are you looking at the stats?
And we're sellouts. I mean, that's another thing.
Yeah.
I mean, gamers, like, not talking shit on YouTube, but gamers do sell out a lot. I mean, we go for the views. We have to. We have to do that to get the views. You have to you play a game that you don't like. You have to pretend to be hyped for something. Like I
don't think I do that anymore.
I'm free to admit that, like, I don't care. I've been like lying through my teeth that I'm really hyped for like a sequel to a game, not because I care about the game, because I know it's like, man, this is gonna get views, and I'm hyped, and I'm like, yeah, let's do this. And it's after all, it's a show. You do put on a show to a degree. Like if we would play the game because we really fully enjoy it, we wouldn't talk the whole time. I mean, we would play it and enjoy it for what it is, but we have to talk about it. We have to entertain. That's what we do. This is our job. And I know like everyone wants to pretend, or like, oh, I'm playing only the games that I enjoy, only the ones that are fun. And we've all been playing games that we don't enjoy. Like, we've been doing that. We've been doing that because we know, oh, this will get views. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just something to keep in mind that I don't even know where I was going with this. I think I just went right off my chest that I was waiting at people.
I was waiting for the hook. Like, where are you going?
Yeah, where I'm going with this. I forgot. I was rambling so much on with this that I forgot where I was going with it.
But you do have a very good point with that, because when I enjoy a game, I'll always test a game before I record it. I like to be good at games. But like a game like Bad North came out a while ago, and everyone was getting crazy views on it. It was doing really well. And I was like, I'm going to play a little bit of this and test it out, and then I'm going to record it. I played it for 3.5 hours. I never put a video out on it because I enjoyed playing it so much. I didn't want to record it. And I ended up just playing through it. And I've done that 4 times now for 4 different games. Where I've gotten it, I'm like, I really want to record this. Clone Drone in the Danger Zone, Bad North, Dead Cells, I did that a lot with, and Darwin Project. I really want to record. I should record this. I'm having so much fun. And then I'll just sit there and play it.
Yeah, no, that's another whole issue with YouTube is like, I enjoy a game, then you record it, and you kind of ruin the game for you.
Do.
It's a sad thing. You don't play a whole lot outside. At least I don't. I know there's people that will record hours of videos and then they will sit down and play more video games. I can't do that.
It's insane to me that people do that.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah, no, for me, the only game I play outside of YouTube is Melee. That's it.
I play.
Yeah, and you don't do videos of that because you just play it for yourself. This is your thing.
Yeah. Well, that, and let's be honest, if I did, it would destroy my channel. Nobody cares about fucking Melee. Are you kidding me? Oh,
who knows?
Really bad for playing too many video games. I'm like the opposite of you two. I think in the past 2 weeks, I've played 80 hours of different video games.
Yeah,
that's good.
Which is good, but I've uploaded one video.
Well, that's
well. Again, yeah, you're enjoying what you love rather than.
I'm enjoying gaming for what it is.
As long as you don't beat yourself up over it. I mean, not uploading.
I do.
Yeah.
Every day, every morning, every evening.
Every second. I'm doing it right now.
I actually do. Every day, every time I talk with Indy, it always comes up that, fuck, I should upload today. What am I doing with my life?
Yeah, that is the big thing. Like, I should do something. I need to work. I mean, IGP sits on his computer until 6 in the morning and is working. I'm like writing him like, what are you doing right now? It's like, I'm editing. It's like, dude, it's like fucking 5 in the morning.
What do you want from me? What do you want from me?
I know, no. IGP, I think you're also one of the few YouTubers that I don't think has uploaded like a weird challenge video. Have you?
No.
No,
fuck no, dude.
No, you did.
Okay,
you did
have
collab
IGP
channel
has a surprising amount of
Weasel.
integrity.
It's
kind of silly.
Okay. All right. So I want to talk about that real quick
Black
because
hole only
because in contrast to what you were saying, yes, there's a lot of that. Like I think Ice and I just talked about this too because he was like, what the fuck was like? Oh, Captain Sauce. I don't know if you know who that is. Do you, Sven?
Yeah.
Okay, so Captain Sauce, I checked his stats, and that dude is fucking doing amazing. And last I saw him in his stats, he was doing less than me, I think. And then it's like, what is it that he is doing different? And I was talking to him about it, and he's like, yeah, I can't figure out what it is that you're doing differently or whatever. And he's just like, we should find. So he said, Icy, what'd you say? We should find something to make you millions. Or something like that.
Yeah,
and I was just like, because at this point in my career in YouTube, I'm comfortable with the amount of income that's generated for me to the point that I don't need or want.
We should find the content that is going to make you millions and do it. And that's what I think. I believe
right. So I'm like, yeah. So like for me, I'm like, I don't want to. Like I'm playing games that like, yeah, they're new and they're doing well for me or they're popular, but I'm also continuing to play games like we need to go deeper. And
which like is cool.
For some reason it did well the last time. But in any regard, it's just like in the contrast of saying like, yeah, we have to put on an act and stuff. For me, the most I've done that is with Hello Neighbor. I exhausted that game so much. And because that was my first real, aside from Subnautica, was my first real experience of like sudden exposure. Because I was playing Subnautica for a while before it even blew up. So for Hello Neighbor, it was like, oh shit, I should really get on top of this because that's what anyone else would do on YouTube. And so like it got to the point where I was literally just making fun of the game every time I made a video. That's what it was. I was just making a parody about it. And then so I eventually quit, and now it's like I'm not going to play Secret Neighbor or the multiplayer Hello Neighbor or fucking like I'll play Bendy and the Ink Machine because I love that game. It's actually good to me.
It is hard though. Like it is hard to not do that because I mean you have like some YouTubers are lucky, or you're not lucky. You put the work in, like you know it. Yeah. I see it in your content. But a lot of people, like I, for example, have the problem where I did a video on a game. It did incredibly well. I did more videos. They did well, and then I switched to something else because I was sick of it. And then I like really tanked. And your solution to that is like, I guess I got to do more of that thing. And even if I'm exhausted by it, I got to keep doing it. And it's great if you do earn enough and that you can be free of that constraint, but a lot of people aren't. And I just want to like say one more thing about the like putting on an act. It's important that you understand people who are listening. When I say that, like, oh, your YouTubers are putting on an act, like I'm not saying that is wrong. That is what literally everyone in the entertainment industry does. I know we all want to think about like, oh yeah, he's my gamer friend, and you know, he just like sits on the computer and plays for fun and whatnot. Now, this is our job. This is what we do. We play games, we commentate over them, and of course we're gonna put on a show. We're not gonna be like all like, oh, this really sucks, like really shit game.
I don't know. I feel like
nobody would want to watch that.
I feel like all three of us are prime examples of how we actually do that.
Sometimes
we bitch about games all the time.
You can bitch about a game, but like do it in an energetic way possible.
Yes,
if you're good at it. I mean, there's channels that are just dedicated solely to shit on games.
Yeah.
Like, you got to be good at that. Like I'm not really. I'm not a video game. I'm not a donkey. I can't just like make fun of a game and that be hilarious. If I do that, I just get into my like really deconstructive mode where I look at everything like this is shit, and this is not what someone wants to watch. They don't want to like see someone like actually like take apart like a game developer about like what he did wrong with his game. It's also like a weird thing when you see someone playing a game and just like shitting all over it. And it's like, oh, what have you done with your life? It's, you know, like everyone can make fun of EA, but that's the different kind of thing.
Well,
but
that's I feel like at least in collabs, Indy and I have stopped caring so much about.
Yeah, but like you laugh about it, you get like a kick out of doing the stupid things. Then the fun comes from the interaction. It doesn't have to do anything with the game. You can play literally the worst game, and it's hilarious.
Well, yeah. Well, it was more. It was more in a sense that like one of the things I know that's different, for instance, between me and Captain Sauce is that Captain Sauce is a family-friendly channel. There's no cursing, no vulgar language or anything like that. I'm the opposite because it's definitely present on my channel. And so when Icy and I are together, there's no fucks given. Like this podcast, we're like, I don't give a fuck. And the Discord server now is, I don't give a fuck. Talk about whatever the fuck you want to. I mean, don't cross any super lines that will get you terminated from YouTube. But for the most part, we don't give a fuck. And I think that's what Icy was more or less saying versus like, oh, we'll play a game and our commentary is great. Doesn't matter if we're playing Raft for the millionth time in a row.
And I have to say, in that, I think I've found the most fun I've ever had in YouTube.
Yeah.
Doing that has been my highlight of YouTube, personally.
Because it's genuine, it's us just playing games.
Yeah.
It's
friends hanging out.
Yeah.
I mean, that can work. I mean, you have like Vanos Gaming, which was, the
still is
pinnacle of just playing games with your friends, and it's hilarious. Everyone's just losing their mind. It's a lot of work, though.
Yeah.
To get people together and do that. But talking about your Discord server, because you just brought that up, you made a channel which says Q&A for podcasts where people can ask all the questions and you can or we can answer them. So I figured I'd bring that up because, they probably want some answers.
There's a lot of questions.
Yeah, like for example, a really important question: would you curb stomp a baby for $10 million?
Yes,
which we're not going to answer, obviously. But
do
not answer this question.
That question needs a little bit more of clarification. I mean, who are we talking about? A deathly ill baby?
Is it a dead baby?
Oh,
if it's a dead baby, yes.
Oh wait, it's a dead baby.
If it is, I yes.
No. It was just a baby. Okay,
so this baby is alive.
Okay.
Can we not?
This baby is alive.
I should have picked a different one. Jesus Christ.
The can of worms you've opened, Sven. Look at you.
Okay, here's the most important question I've seen here. Will you finish Far Lone Sails?
Okay, this podcast is over. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. It has been a blast. Thank you, Sven, for joining. Goodbye. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. I said. Who asked that question? All right, we need to put a rule. Okay, rule number 8. We have. Hold on. No, everybody, shut the fuck up. Hold on. Rule number 7. I'm editing the rules right now. If anyone mentions the word far, the word lone, or the word sales in any order,
will make sentences with that just have those words in there. You should
instant ban. I'm so tired of fucking Oh my god.
No, this
Okay.
is one of the things where you get frustrated as a YouTuber, where people just ask you, "Will you play this game again?" It's like, I made
you
so
went
many
through
others.
that.
We
you went
talked
through that
about
on Twitch.
we
with
talked
Simple
about
Plans.
that. Oh yeah. You
Yeah,
did.
Simple Planes. Good old Simple Planes. Everyone keeps still asking, like, will you play Simple Planes? It's like, no, dude, I'm not going to play this fucking
What about
game.
60 seconds with EVBot? You can do that again?
Oh my god.
With Eevee? Oh yeah, right, EVBot, I guess. No, I'm not. No, obviously I'm not. But no, people don't ask that much, like 60 seconds, I think, because I really covered my bases with that, you know, where Simple Planes is a game where you just have more
It's
content.
endless. Yeah.
It
It's
is
like
endless. But people
Drake
also
still
don't
playing.
yeah.
Besiege.
People don't understand that it's also an edited like video, very heavily edited, so you can't just freaking live stream that. It's not funny. It's unless you want to see me rage over and over.
It's funny
again,
to them. It's funny to them. It's funny to the
Possibly.
kids. It's funny for the kids, man. You got to think about the children.
I still want Indeed to play more of the getting over it game. He had so much fun.
What? No. Like,
in that episode.
what purpose?
It was
It's not fun. It was only fun to people because they saw YouTubers playing it. It is not a fun game. There's
it was
nothing
hilarious
fun.
watching you play
I'll kill you.
it.
It was not fun.
All right. There's another question by someone. I forgot who it was, and I think it's not important. Who asked that question? Now, who asked that question? Because that question is relevant for everyone. It's not like it doesn't make a difference if we say who asked that. But the question is, I'm a small YouTuber. Will you ever do a collab with someone like me?
Okay, I want to answer that
Please
truthfully,
answer.
actually.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so the problem immediately when anyone asks for a collaboration, because the precedent has already been set by many, many, many fucking kids who start YouTube channels and have no videos and are just like, I want to play with Markiplier, and they'll comment and say, Markiplier, will you do a collaboration with me? And so everyone now sees that if anyone has a low subscriber count or no videos and asks for a collaboration, that it's this particular person. Or even if they only have like a few videos or something and they're on a much smaller scale, that a collaboration, it's just like you're asking just to grow and there's no genuine reason for that. The problem is also is that there's no genuine reason for it majority of the time. I don't like... Icy's been asked by other people when he was doing well in Colony Survival, or and it's like I don't get asked for collaborations a lot, which I'm happy about. But like it's like we appreciate honesty. Like if you're just trying to do it to get viewership, then that's fine. But I'm not going to do that with you.
It's an interesting note onto another topic. Sorry, I'll let you finish first, but
that's fine. What topic? What topic are we talking about?
People trying to use me, and I see this with a lot of other YouTubers, as an in to a community.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I've caught it in the past where I've been chatting with people and it's been great, and then they've suddenly said, "Can I talk to IGP?"
Oh, I see what you mean.
You're no longer on my friends list.
Yeah,
I mean, that's just how contacts work, and some people are not very smooth about that.
No, for sure. But I think overall if you don't know the person, it's not going to happen. There's no genuine reason to do that. There's a reason why the only people I have ever really collaborated with are the people I'm talking to right now and Dragast. Baron and Blitz occasionally, also because Dragast is a part of that, and C-Top after we've met at PAX and became friends. Like, that's the only people I would ever play with. So no, if you ask me, will you collaborate? No, I won't. And that's not some like stuck up snobby like remark, oh, because I'm above you. It's like, I don't fucking know you. This is not.
Yeah, it is. We're not really that. We do videos where we're really outgoing and whatnot, but we are mostly really introverted people. And
I hate
it is
people.
difficult. Yeah, it's difficult to just talk to like a person you don't know. It's like weirdly awkward, and it takes it takes a lot of energy.
Yeah.
I won't collab with someone unless I click with them.
Of course,
I've refused collabs with, like, you'll see Blitz and Baron post in the Discord server, hey, you wanna collab? And I won't do it because I don't click with them. Plus, they have to edit so many of my swear words out. It's kind of unfair. But that's like that Denver guy. He's a YouTuber who reached out to me when I was doing really well in Colony Survival. He's like, hey, do you want a collab? And I said no. He has 300,000 subscribers now. I'm not mad. But I brought him into the Sellouts community, and after like 2 months of getting to know him and realizing I click with this guy, I made a video with him. Right. Because it turned out that he was really funny, had a good microphone, and I liked his stuff.
And he had 300,000 subscribers.
What? No, he only had 30K at that point.
So what your story is actually saying is that I refused this guy because he was, he is really small and he wasn't on my level. But now that he's way bigger than me and I can get something out of it, then I'm going to do it.
No,
well, generally speaking,
I know. I'm just
generally speaking, unless you click with a person, like you should stay within your own channel size. Just not it is a mutual thing. Like you want both parties to have something from it, and like unless you have really excellent content, unless you are really the pinnacle of humor, and I think you are magical, I'm not gonna go out of my way to like do a collaboration video with a 30 subscriber channel. Not because I don't like you personally. It's just, this is effort on our part as well. We don't know if this is going to work out. I have to take like probably several hours out of my day, and I have to coordinate with you to get this going. And chances are the video is not going to like be funny. Like I've done collaborations that I just scrapped afterwards because like, wow, turns out this was really not interesting or fun at all. So, and if you are that funny person, you're really good, you're going to grow on your own. It's nothing personal. And if you just want to play with someone, with a YouTuber, again, don't take it personal. It's just, there's a lot of people that want to do that.
And we also don't want to play, this is me, not going to speak for you guys, but I don't want to play with you. I don't want to play with random people who I don't know.
Yeah, because it's not fun.
When I play games, it's my time. It's my time to have fun and unwind. Even though all the people I play with are complete assholes and do nothing but make fun of me, that's my way of unwinding. And if I bring someone random in and I'm like, oh, you fucking cunt, and they start crying, shit, dude, what am I gonna do then?
I just threw up my mouth a little thinking about that.
Yeah,
situation.
I don't want that. That's why I don't join random Discord server voice channels.
I've done that.
It's like people like, come in here and talk to me. I did that once. It didn't go well.
All right. Let's jump to another question. I'm just taking the lead on that.
Hell yeah, dude! You have the podcast voice. You're the leader.
Which kind of podcast.
which kind of like ties into the whole thing, and we're just gonna like do like a quick on that one, a quick one on that one for everyone of us here. Do you ever get bored or tired of making videos?
Yes.
Okay, you guys answer. I was gonna say Sven answer that first.
Yes, absolutely, no doubt about it. Like every job in the world, there's days where I'm not feeling it. There is just times where I don't feel it, and then there's times where I really enjoy what I'm doing. So I don't get tired of the whole concept of like making videos, but I do feel like exhausted by certain games, or even on certain days where I'm just like, I'm just so tired of this. That happens. Yes.
Excellent.
Oh, did you want more from me?
Yeah, you guys.
Okay. Yes. One of my classic examples is when I spent 3 days with no sleep and very little food and very little water building something for Colony Survival. And then I crashed and didn't make a video for 2 months. It definitely happens.
Oh yeah.
It's
literal tired.
Yeah, technical issues are the prime reason for that.
Yeah. And I just crashed and burned, and I haven't fully recovered from that. I haven't been on a consistent schedule for a year and a half, I think, probably there and thereabouts. So it definitely happens. It definitely happens. You, Indy?
No, is my answer. I wanted you guys to answer because I knew what you guys were gonna say.
Oh yeah, no. I know you really enjoy this. I know.
I fucking as he said, like I'll be up at 6 o'clock in the morning editing when I could be sleeping. I do unnecessary stuff a lot of the times that don't matter because I enjoy doing it.
I told you off for that.
Yeah. There's been a few times like literal fatigue. Like I have fallen asleep editing a lot. Like I'm just leaned back in my chair. You guys remember Grandma's Boy? the movie. If neither of you have seen
No.
Grandma's Boy, I'm leaving.
I don't know what that is.
I hate both of you.
seen
Okay,
it.
so there is a really nerdy guy who is like a genius making games, whatever, and he dresses like Neo from the Matrix. And his office and where he's making these games, he's in this like lifted up hovering chair that's leaned all the way back, and the monitors are basically like facing the floor, but he's underneath it and just like coding and stuff. That's the way I lay sometimes when I'm editing, and I fall asleep that way. That would have been so much better if you guys have seen that movie.
I'm so sorry. I'm sure people can look up that scene or pictures of that,
Yeah.
and they know. I'm not going to do that because whatever.
I mean, I just looked up some Google images of it, and he looks like one sleek, greasy ass Neo. It's kind of
very thin, just washed up.
Hey,
Neo.
I'm the chosen one.
But
he looks like a peeper, a creepy peeper.
Ooh,
creepy peeper.
Yeah, he
Oh,
peeps.
peeper.
Oh, like a peep. Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Next one, and I know you're gonna love that, Indy. I know you're gonna love that. This is probably directed at you. And I'm not gonna say the name because I don't want you to be upset at that person. But what has distracted you from playing indie games?
Ooh, who said it? Who fucking said it? Throw them under the bus right now, Sven.
Sure. Okay. Here's the kick. All right. But the question still stands.
You fucking god, I love you. Okay. What is distracting me from playing indie games?
Yes.
There's no answer to that, I guess. Right?
Yeah. I mean, you're still playing indie games, right?
Yeah, people say because he turned around and said his name isn't the indie game promoter, he still plays nothing but indie games.
Yeah.
How is this hard for
the
you
main
to
subject
understand?
the main subject of the last podcast, Finn, was why I hate my name. I don't hate IGP. I hate the indie game promoter because I am not the indie game promoter, nor am I really a versatile indie promoter like someone like Dragast is. You know what I mean? Like Dragast plays every fucking indie game. He does a way better job at what I have claimed to be the person. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it's based on that or if it's also another topic we talked about, which was like someone said, I know you're exclusively horror games, but I wish you would play stuff. And it pissed me off, not at the person, but the fact that I'm perceived that way. That because the only things that really do really well for me are horror-based games or stuff that can be in it. Like Signal Simulator is not a horror game inherently, but it is to me, and the way I edit the videos turns out to be horror. But I love all types of games. And so like when that happens, that just seems like a troll question, to be honest.
Yeah,
but
no, of course. I think to get a rise out of you. But
there was a lot of people asking, like, is Subnautica really indie? It's like people look at the quality of a game and think that it's that, it has to be a 2D side scroller to be indie. And if there's 3 dimensions and like a cinematic trailer for it, that it's AAA. And it's not.
Yeah, but it's the misunderstanding, from like what does indie mean? Indie is often perceived as just like it's a small budget title, but indie games can become big and they can have a lot of budget.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, Subnautica is the biggest one.
Was No Man's Sky indie?
Yeah,
I think
No Man's Sky was indie.
Yeah,
yes, it was. Hello Games.
They were
indie.
backed by Microsoft for a while, but
I mean that's different. But anyway, the question, trolled was definitely a troll.
That's
question.
okay.
Here's an interesting one.
Oh.
Just for because people don't seem to understand the amount of work that goes into some of indies content anyway. What is your usual ratio of recorded video versus published video? I.e., do you cut a lot? Was there time when you had to cut the whole recorded session?
Yeah, I mean, I've recorded 3 hours of footage before and never used it. I mean, generally speaking, my recordings are like 2 hours. Usually something like 2 hours. It can go upwards of 3 hours depending on what I'm doing. Like Green Hell has been like 3 hours lately because the building is so like excruciating. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'll cut down to like 30 minutes, so a large chunk of the content is gone after that. But there is also a lot of dead air. Like I intentionally don't speak, or I'll turn the screen black so it doesn't waste file size for like an hour, and then forget to turn it on again, and then have to fucking scrap it. But yeah, there was also the We Need to Go Deeper video, not this last one, but the one prior that I did with just Icy was 4 hours. It was a 4-hour recording to get to that fucking biome, which turned out to be a decent
15 minutes of footage out of it.
Oh, I got like 30. You cut there. Everyone else cuts way more than I do. Like there's
nothing.
Yeah, I was about to say
I don't know what you're talking about. When I record, like I just most of the time I use everything.
Well, that's what I mean. So there's still a ratio, right? So like Dre will cut down a 3-hour video into 10 minutes. Like cut out, and he says he barely listens to like the parts he's not interested in. He just cuts the entire chunk out. I'm listening usually for like little quips or like interactions that I can make funny with timing and stuff. I almost always keep those things in there. So there's like large chunk. There's been times where I used to use a clicker, like you used to snap your fingers, Sven. I bought a clicker. Oh yeah. And when Icy and I recorded the aisle, I think it was, there was a time where I turned it off, but I didn't turn on the black screen, and there was funny things that we were saying, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna put it in there because it's hilarious. So but for you, like, there's a lot of people who can record. Like Blitz does this. I don't know so much lately, but you can record for like 30 minutes and use like basically all of it, or like uncut. Although Sven, yours were always usually a bit more edited than that.
It really depends what series it was.
Yeah.
Like a game like 60 seconds, I
does
barely
not
have
need
to
edits.
cut out anything.
Yeah.
But my editing process is basically I'm looking for when I play a game and I know like, okay, this is repetitive or this is not interesting, I usually just shut my mouth, which I should do more often, and then I just cut out this chunk. Like I have a feeling when I record something, especially if I played the game before, I have a feeling for like, okay, this is not going to be interesting. I just want to progress for a little bit, so I'm like quiet for 5 minutes, and I see it in the editing software. I don't need to look. Exactly. I just cut it out. And often I also realize that, and this has nothing to do with the viewers, but often it's just you get a higher retention if you just cut out pauses, like even the small ones. Yeah. I've seen videos where it's not even like that's super interesting, like what I was talking about, just the fact that there were no breaks. Like it was just like talking, which kept people like weirdly interested, or I mean maybe hypnotized. They're just like, I don't freaking know what I'm listening to anymore, but it's I can't stop.
Nice. There's something magical going on. Yeah. It's weird how that can make such a huge difference.
My editing process is bizarre.
You don't do it and don't release videos?
Well, but when I do a video with Indie, and it's 3 hours long, not counting the We Need to Go Deeper one, because I did that completely differently. I condensed 3.5 hours of footage into, I think, 30 seconds? Yeah. And then the rest of it. But when I do like Desolate, for example, I sit down and I have the full video out in front of me. I will listen to the intro for about 5 minutes and find a place where the video can start, a place that kind of makes sense. Cut there, do an intro, and that's great. And then I will jump forward 5 minutes, and I will listen for 30 seconds or so. If it's funny, then I'll find the source of that joke in the past 5 minutes, cut out all the extra. Oh. And then I'll jump forward another 5 minutes, and if that section is funny, it's like a shotgun blast of editing. And it works. My videos are hilarious to me. But there are so many.
I fucking love how like serious you were there for a second. My videos are fucking hilarious, and if you don't see that, you have no taste. Get the fuck out of here.
But they are hilarious to me, at least, and the comments I get are vaguely positive.
I like.
Wait, you're like, my videos are goddamn hilarious, but the comments don't think so. But it is to me, all right?
I like also the term, like, they're vaguely positive. Like, vaguely. Like, if I really squint hard and take out the insults, it's really, like, there's some, like, positive in there.
Positive language.
Like what does that even mean? It's like, oh, after this video, I don't hate you that much anymore, Icy. Or, you know, like I only threw up a little in my mouth.
But that editing style works for me. The thing is, like, if I record a video the day before and edit the day after, I know where the bits that made me laugh the hardest are. So I will start cutting more and more, and I will kind of move towards that, missing out huge chunks. But
man, I can't do that.
The problem with Indy and I is we will record something and release it 2 months later. When that happens, I will make my video. My video will be great. It will make sense. It'll be awesome. But I will have used this 5-minute jump style. And that makes my editing time for a 3-hour video something like, when I don't do any effects, 45 minutes. And then I'll render it. And it is brilliant. But then I'll watch Indy's version of the video, and every joke, every comment, everything, things I've missed, things that are hilarious are in there. You can see the time that he's put into it, and then I look at my video, I'm like, damn, that shit.
But it's hilarious for you. Everything. That's what matters. So as long as you're having a good time.
Yeah. But that's my bizarre editing style.
Yeah, that is very strange. I've never heard of a style like that. It's almost like it seems like it's an impatience thing, right? Like you don't want to sit through the whole thing, so you just like
Oh yeah.
I mean, I guess in a way that's the way Dre
you have a lot of patience. You have a lot of patience.
Well, I don't want to I have this feeling like I don't want to leave anything out. Like I don't want anything to be like missed. Like what he's feeling when he watches my video and is like, "Oh shit, I missed this and I missed that." I don't want that. Like I want to include all the funny bits. I want it to be funny from start to finish.
Well, that's another problem I had was I can't remember what video it was. I think it was it was Finding Bigfoot. I decided to try your style of editing because, oh my god, I shit myself from laughter, not literally, recording that video, and I knew it was hilarious. So I spent 3 hours editing that video, and I got 3,000 views.
Well, yeah, here's the thing. Like, you do not get like views because your video is like fantastic.
No.
Like,
no.
You're getting views and you're getting your channel because you do consistently videos that are fantastic. You can't just do a video in that editing style and then be like, this only got like 3,000 views. I don't get it. Yeah, because you didn't build the anticipation. You didn't build the audience that knows like, oh man, all of his videos are like, mwah. Like IGP's, like all of his videos are really well edited, and you know, he did a different approach. Like there's a reason like my channel blew up faster than his in the beginning, because I just like threw shit on the wall and see what stuck. Like that's what I did. No, I released like several videos a day sometimes, just with like the news shit, because like, oh, maybe it'll stick. That looks like a game that might do well. Whereas IGP, like, he really edits down a video, he takes his time, and he will release a video like a few days later maybe, or not at all of that one game. But people come to expect this really high quality of editing, and they know what they're getting, and you know, it's always like this coherent package now with an intro, and you know, like, oh, this game,
and amazing effects.
Yeah, no, like he does that, and so like he builds that reputation. I know. You're
sorry, I'll work the shaft a little.
Don't
more.
Worry, your editing is great. Your commentary sucks. So like, if that helps, if that makes you feel better.
My point with that was when I put a lot of effort into videos, and for a period of time I put a ton of effort in, and I only get 1,000 views, that's a slap in the face.
Oh yeah, no,
which I think is how I developed that editing style over time. I was putting in what I got out, but I was putting in more than what I got out to try and bring on the traffic without killing myself.
I mean, that is the best way to go with every project or everything, not everything in life, but like everything where you're trying to like get a return from is, obviously you don't want to put in more that you're going to get out. Like it's not worth it to put 10 hours into a video that you're going to get $2 from. Like you can do that if this is like your passion and you really just want to do that because you enjoy it. But at the end of the day, if you're a YouTuber and you want to make money, you gotta like put like the amount of income of a video versus the amount of time you put in. If you put 5 hours into a video that makes $10, you basically like earn $2 an hour, which is not sustainable. So you gotta like figure out a way to either do really quick editing. Like if I can edit a video down like that in half an hour, I make $20 an hour. You know, like you understand where I'm coming from.
I'm less the accounting side of it and more just a feeling side of it. And
Well, yeah,
and
feelings are
more-
great, but they don't pay the bills.
No, obviously, but more these days, I've become less of a let's do consistent content and more of a let's upload whatever I want, and that's a terrible way to do YouTube. Utterly awful way.
Well,
It's
the thing. Well, okay,
hilarious,
so that's where
but it's
it becomes
terrible.
confusing because a lot of the times it's like for me, I can't. Well, I can do that now because I feel like I've kind of always done that. Where it's like majority of the things that I'm playing is stuff that I want to play. Like I jumped on the Forest 2 years later than when it came out.
Oh yeah.
But there's a lot of chance. Like you have your audience. Icy is who I'm talking to. Have your audience based on like. They know what kind of content you make, and they subscribe for that. So you could definitely make content what you want and continue to build that audience from that, and people will watch it.
That's the problem because my channel hasn't had a fixed style over the past few years.
Yeah, because you're still even to this day you're still experimenting with styles.
Yeah, I've been all over the place, everywhere. I need to pick a style and stick with it and do that if I want to turn this into a legitimate job.
Well,
But then
for
that's
the
a
time being
trade-off.
too, but people also want variety. Like they want to see change too, because there's
comfortable change.
Yeah, yeah,
If
yeah.
you're like
Yeah,
a strategy
yeah.
game channel, you don't want to see first person like shooters. You want to see a different kind of like strategy. And let's be honest, if you have someone who's subscribed for a certain kind of game, they kind of want to see the same game with a different skin.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like I can't even get my thoughts out. I'm
okay.
dying.
And we all are.
Yeah, when
the
you
time.
find your specific like style editing or the games that you play, for you I feel like it's not even about the games. It's about your personality. Like people are going to come back and watch Icy for Icy, not because you're playing the latest games, because let's be honest, you don't. You have, but you don't.
I threw away Colony Survival. I threw away my chance to be that YouTuber.
Well, yeah, because but in the end, like the struggle to keep that going, and honestly speaking, would be fucking hell on you versus building it slowly and doing it the way that you're doing it now. People are going to expect change. You should never get complacent with YouTube, and that's a lot of the like someone like Slipgator happened to him because he played Ark and he blew up with Ark, and then that's all he did was stick to Ark, and then Ark died off, and then he's still trying to play Ark, and then it's kind of like you can't get complacent. You have to evolve with YouTube as it changes, and also evolve with your viewership. Like 5 years later, the people that were watching you 5 years ago probably aren't watching you now. They probably, especially if they're kids, they've grown out of it. They're watching something else. But
yeah, because only kids like your content, Icy. That's what he tries to say. Only kids really like get your style of content.
Actually, you can't trust YouTube analytics because everyone lies about their age on YouTube. They all wanna
and everyone's on their mom and dad account. Because I have a sizable amount of 65 plus.
Well, I
to
mean,
be honest, just people on their
so do
grandparents'
I.
accounts.
I think it's like 15% for me.
Yeah.
Something ridiculously high.
But it's just there's no way 65-year-olds are watching our content, dude.
Yeah, the only person who watch my content is Shirley.
Yeah, Shirley would, but
maybe they are. I mean,
maybe
it doesn't matter.
Next question.
I mean, does a grandmother really want to hear me talk about raping a shark? Really?
I bleeped that, by the way.
It's
because I didn't want the fuck. That's like the one more. I was like, we'll say everything else, but this word, like at this point in time in our society, because we live in a society.
In the latest Raft video, you brought it up 4 times.
That's what I'm saying. I bleeped it, and I only brought it up once. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay.
One time, and I bleeped the word, but everyone knows.
It's they
all know.
But no grandmother wants to see me talk about that.
What the fuck was the original question? Seriously, this podcast is a wreck.
I have
a fucking wreck.
No,
the original question was how long was our recorded videos versus the rendered?
A lot. It is very long because we can talk a lot. That's
this is the exact reason.
So
right
so he like another like question. I mean, like most questions are like, will you play X game again? Another one of those is like, will you play Bigfoot again because it's been recently updated? And I think we should.
Do you want to?
I was actually,
I'm down.
Yeah, I
Let's
was asking
fucking
you
do
to
it, dude.
Do that.
Let's
Yeah,
do it.
no,
Yeah.
that.
Well, no, because he can swim now, and he can also break into the cabin.
Yeah.
Oh,
which is going to be
interesting.
hilarious.
He can swim.
Have you played the new?
No.
Okay, so we did.
Oh, dude.
I did not. I have no idea what's going on there.
Oh, this is going to be dope.
Well, I'm glad we had that question. Here's one for IGP specifically, because I know that's a thing that you've tried in the past and then weird away, and I'm pretty sure people are curious. IGP, will you ever do like face cam playthroughs of horror games so we can see your reaction?
Yes and no. I've always the problem is I'm in a box, right? But it's a good box. A lot of people are still concerned in the last video I did for VR that I was in this room and people thought I just padded up a closet. I am actually in a isolation booth, a sound isolation booth. So I'm fine. There's air conditioning blowing on my ball sack right now. Everything is great. Okay. The only problem is it is so small I can't get proper lighting in here. So I have a GoPro as a webcam plugged into an Elgato instead of like the regular Logitech bullshit. The problem is I can't get the lighting right. And the last time I was streaming, and Sven, you were there and you remember.
Yeah.
People would not stop fucking talking about how bad the camera looked. And so I shut it off. And so I was like, all right, I'm not going to do camera anymore in live stream or in video until I can get proper lighting, which I haven't been able to figure out and eventually stopped caring about. I feel like it's kind of necessary for horror. It's expected at least. But
Yeah,
I always feel like it takes away from the atmosphere because I don't know if if you guys have watched, and you guys like general, whoever's listening, have watched like my recent horror videos. I like to create an atmosphere out of it. I'm still comedic in a way, but like the intros and stuff, I started doing that with Desolate. That's where it all began. And I was like, man, this is really fucking fun to make when I get comments that are like, I have hair standing up on the back of my neck watching that intro. Like where I'm not talking, but it's like I've made a creepy like short film that plays before the episode starts.
You got very good with that on Desolate.
Yeah.
You got very good with that on Desolate.
What's so funny?
No, sorry. Because in my head, like you didn't say like I have like hair on my neck, standing up on my neck. What I heard was like I got comments like I got hair on my balls. And that was just really funny to me that people would be like saying like when I watch this video, I get hair on my balls.
I suddenly
like, it is so manly. Like your video is so manly that I'm just sprouting hair on my balls, and I'm a woman.
I was watching your video and my husband turned to me and said, "Darling, have you got something to tell me?
Have you sprouted balls?"
Sprouting balls.
Why do we always go for an English accent for this shit?
Because English is funny.
Balls now.
Yeah, I think Sven and I have literally always done that.
Oh no, I've just done the worst Sean Connery impression.
Yes.
You could do.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
Sean
that was my
Connery.
first one. Like that's what I always did on stream. Yes, because I was not funny, so this was the only thing I did.
Unoriginal content.
Yes.
I used to do accents all. Anyway, so the fuck were we talking about?
Oh,
Face
tuning,
cam. Oh
yeah.
no, so likely not, to be honest, because I'm enjoying the content without it. Like for stream, if I get it set up, I'll have it. But honestly, no. I mean. It's not necessary. It really isn't necessary. I feel like it takes away from the potential to immerse yourself in the video because you're distracted by some dude screaming in the corner. And it's like, I don't know. It's just, I hate to do things that are expected of me. There's a lot I already have to do that's expected of me in my content. I don't want another thing.
And in real life.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Will you guys ever do meetups with fans if possible? Also, second question after that, Icy, will you come to the States anytime?
Yeah.
Which one will we answer first?
Meetups for sure.
Let's go with the meetup.
Yeah,
I would love to do a meetup if I had any fans.
You do. You have
Yeah,
30,000 people on your channel, dude.
Yeah, and we already talked about how the comments are only vaguely positive.
Well, maybe they want to come meet you and talk shit to your face.
Yeah. It's like,
looking forward
dude,
to
your
all the
content
punches.
really blows.
It's like, I flew 1,000 miles to tell you this. I paid a lot of money to express my distaste for your content.
Fan meetup. I think
Yeah.
I would love to do a normal fan meetup and then an adult fan meetup where everyone just buys me drinks all night.
Yeah.
I'm freaking awkward in real life, and like I think that would be too much for me to just like meet people like in real life. I don't like, again, I'm mentioning again, I'm like kind of an introverted person. If I had fans approach me like 2 times or 3 times where they're like, oh, are you Weasel? What's your stuff? It's like that's cool, and I'm like, yeah, sure, we can take a picture, and then I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I'm feeling really uncomfortable.
Oh shit!
Like no, it's not because of the person. It's just because of that interaction. I all of a sudden get thrown into this like I have to interact with a person that I don't know, which is like in general a thing that I try to avoid on a daily basis.
Yeah.
I mean,
so a fan meetup, like it could be interesting, I guess, because it is a controlled environment, but it's also just it's tricky.
Yeah.
Well, that's a big thing for me is the controlled environment, because I don't like talking to people when I'm not prepared for it.
Yeah.
If I'm not mentally prepared, I am awkward as hell. But if I've got a plan I'm gonna go here, I'm psyching myself up, I'm showered, I'm dressed, everything's perfect, I can go there and I can be an awkward normal human being.
Sounds good.
If I'm just out in the shops and I'm living my normal life in my shorts and t-shirt, and a t-shirt that I'd worn yesterday while editing all day, and someone comes up to me and like someone from college or something, I'm just weird.
Well, I'd be concerned because like what are they doing in your house? Just
no, I very rarely go outside, but I do go outside.
Maybe it'll help if you actually put on pants over your underwear. I don't know.
I don't wear underwear.
Well, you just said you were wearing your shorts.
No, shirt.
Oh, sure.
Well, wait, why does shorts equate to underwear?
Oh, I'm shorts.
Oh, sorry. I mean, the boxer shorts. I figured that.
Oh,
he meant that because he was wearing those. Like, who wears shorts at home? I mean,
I do. I wear shorts. At
yeah,
home.
I mean,
love shorts.
I have my bare dick laying on the seat right now.
I was about to say like it's on his desk probably. Like, he probably uses it. Like, he probably controls his mouse with it.
My dead mouse.
That's his microphone stand right there.
Yeah, I spilled coffee on my dick.
Starts getting quiet.
You balance your. That's why it's spilled. You balanced it on your. Anyway.
I'm getting better, all right.
But I could what I could see personally is like if it was like the 3 of us and we're like, come meet us, because then you're like you're not alone. Like you have some friends with you, and then you feel less awkward.
Well, I have to speak. I have to speak again as the contrast to YouTube, because I do spend a lot of time like at home and on my own, but I'm a very personable person and I don't mind talking to people. So for me, a meetup is fine. We did it when I went to PAX. It was me, Zul'jin, and Dragast. We did like a last minute like meetup, and people came out. It wasn't that many people. It was like 3 or 4. And then there was someone from the Discord that saw me, and then a few that recognized me. I did have some. I was in Salem, Massachusetts. And this had nothing to do with work, and I'm with Alicia, and randomly someone comes up and is like, are you by chance on YouTube? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, are you IGP? I'm like, yeah. So it's like 15-year-old little girl, and she's like apparently like running around chasing me with her parents, and her dad comes up and she's like, dude, we've been following you like this whole time. I hope you don't think we're weird. And like, no, it's fine. And we did a picture and we talked and stuff, and that was it was a nice interaction. Like, I don't mind doing that, but I think
I mean, it can be nice. Remember when we were at IHOP with a friend of ours? Oh no, wait, were you there? No, sorry, you weren't there. But like, sorry.
Oh,
like,
thanks.
Of course, you can't remember.
Wow.
But
wow.
No. I wasn't at IHOP.
We were at IHOP with all of our friends, but you weren't there. You weren't there.
No, it would like I mixed up certain things because I go to IHOP a lot.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Please sponsor me, IHOP. I love you.
Sponsor the podcast, please.
You didn't hear that. And I was there with a friend, and all of a sudden there's like this like girl that like comes up. I know actually her dad came up first, and he's like, like, are you a YouTuber? And he's not looking at me. He's looking at my friend across the table, who is like absolutely not a YouTuber. Just absolutely not. I wouldn't even know what he looks like. And he's like, no, I'm not. And I'm just sitting there and just like, hi, I'm a YouTuber. What's happening? And they mistook a friend for a YouTuber, which was rather interesting. That anecdote was way funnier in my head. Way funnier.
That's perfect, because when you started that, I thought about my next point. My next point was going to be my 2 biggest fears is having a meetup and no one shows up. So I'm just standing there awkward as shit.
Well,
Or being mistaken for the wrong YouTuber. If someone came up to me and said, "Are you such and such?" and I have to say, "No, I'm such and such," and seeing them disappointed would kill me.
Who are they going to mistake you for, though?
Everyone says I sound like someone else. I cannot believe how many people say I sound like someone else. Like random people.
Yeah.
Not any one YouTuber. Every fucking YouTuber sounds like me. And I don't know why.
You sound like them.
I mean, you sound like PewDiePie.
Yeah,
I mean, it's basically you sound like PewDiePie.
Do you know how many fucking comments I've got for that? I've gotten comments I sound like PewDiePie and gotten comments I sound like Markiplier. How?
It makes no sense.
I've also gotten
understand.
fucking comments that are like, I can't tell the difference between Icy and IGP's voice. I don't know why they sound so similar.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the worst.
Dragast and I sound closer together than Icy and I do, and Dragast and I sound
Especially when I
nothing
laugh.
alike.
Yeah.
Now,
When I laugh.
yeah. Now, Sven, when we would do collabs like in person together, like with Factorio, we had the same mic setup, so we sounded similar. But I mean, even then, it's like you have a fucking accent that is very much detectable. I mean, no, not in an offensive way. I mean, you sound so much. I actually just watched an old video of you and listening to it. Yeah, this is the Weasel.
Yeah,
It's so good.
that's Weasel.
But yeah, it's like, what are you?
I don't understand it either.
You're deaf, right? Like you're you're saying that because you want to fit in with people that can hear, or
I don't know.
That would be incredible. Hey, your subtitles look very similar to you two. Sound the same.
oh my
I can
God.
hear. Yes, I hear good.
I don't know.
But,
I don't hear it. I don't hear how I sound like
There isn't.
Markiplier.
There's no similar.
Yeah.
But the second question, that will I ever come to the States? I've been saying I'm going to come to the States for 2 years. I want to come to the States. I need to get my passport. Once I get my passport, I am on the next plane to the States. Because I want to meet with all the beautiful bastards. Yeah, a year later. I want to meet with everyone. Because, I mean, all my good friends are from the US.
Yeah.
I haven't really
Who would that
made
be?
any... That would be...
Did you hear the authority in his voice? Who are you talking about, Icy?
That would be Wheatley and Mar.
Yeah. Certainly.
They love
Can't
everyone.
wait for him to like bite your head
oh
face
my
off.
God, that's gonna be the worst.
So games, video games, right? That's a thing that's important. Any games you guys are excited for this year coming on?
Death Stranding.
Death Stranding. Yeah, that's about it.
When is that coming out?
2019, I think.
This year.
Oh,
but it was announced this year.
Well, that doesn't matter. If I announce that.
Shut up.
Okay.
Oh, it's not. They
I don't
haven't
know.
even released the release date yet.
Yeah. So.
Oh wow.
A game, maybe another game that's this year. I mean, it's good that you're excited for
Kingdom
that.
2 Crowns. There we go. That'll do.
That
I'm
sounds-
not excited for it either.
Not that excited for it. It's gonna be fun, but I'm not like
I don't have
excited.
one.
I don't have one either, to be honest. I'm excited for the next Melee tournament. That's what I'm excited for.
Ooh.
There's no games coming out. I mean, Fallout 76 was announced. It looks the new Red Dead Redemption's announced. That's not coming to PC. Just Cause 4 was announced, and Just Cause 3 was a fun romp through physics hell. So I'm sure Just Cause 4 will be fun, but it's not something I'm gonna go. Yes, it's coming out.
All of those sound awful.
I mean, so Just Cause 4 was like, I remember Just Cause, not 4, Just Cause, I don't know if it was 2. I think it was 2. In multiplayer was like hilarious. I remember playing that and it was just like so hilarious because it is so stupid. You basically have this like giant box with exploding things. And then you have like a lot of idiots like just crashing into each other. It's actually pretty funny, but yeah, I don't know about other games that release this year actually.
Yeah, I mean, The Last of Us Part 2 is coming out, and I like watching other people play that. I never played it myself. So no,
Yeah.
there's
Nothing.
nothing.
You have anything, Sven?
I honestly, I wouldn't know any games. I don't play video games. I don't know what are those.
Smash Ultimate's
no,
coming out,
in terms of games,
but
like
I'm not
the
excited.
problem is games for this year coming out. There's not a lot left. The year's nearly over, kind of. So, no, not
True.
really, honestly.
I mean, did any really spectacular games come out before now this year? I don't think anything came out recently that's been.
I do enjoy. I know, not mind blowing, but just what you enjoy. You know, just that kind of stuff. I did enjoy. I'm enjoying Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It's actually pretty fun, to my surprise.
I haven't played any Assassin's Creeds.
Yeah, the new ones are actually pretty good. Like, I was a little skeptical about that, but there were a few good Switch titles this game, but other than that, no.
Is there?
No,
Because I bought the Switch for my kids, and there's just nothing but garbage on that. I'm extremely disappointed in the Switch.
Breath of the Wild was apparently very good.
Well, okay, but that's a given.
Yeah.
Well, you can't say like it was all shit.
It is. I mean, if Breath of the Wild is the only good thing on there, and then the rest is shit.
No.
Mario
I know what
Odyssey
you mean.
was
There
apparently
weren't a
very good
whole
as
lot
well.
of games that came out, but first of all, like, I mean, Diablo 3 is gonna come for the Switch. That's probably gonna be a lot of fun. But
you didn't like Snipper Clips?
I didn't play that, but Super Mario Odyssey was like super solid. That was a really good one. They do some like re-releases. The Donkey Kong game was really good.
Skyrim's coming out on the Switch.
I swear, Skyrim is gonna get released for every console for the next 20 years. I swear, if it can't run Skyrim, you know what? Even if it can't run Skyrim, they're gonna release it for it. They released it for the friggin' PlayStation 4 VR, and it is the most garbage thing that I've ever seen in my like entirety. Like, I was so disappointed when I was laughing at how bad it was. So that was a good thing. But I swear, they released Skyrim for everything. Just make a frigging new one. I swear. I'm so upset about that. Like, I don't. It's probably
Skyrim
irrational.
All right, I just have to say, Skyrim is fucking amazing.
It is amazing. Yes, I agree with that. It's not a bad game.
Yeah.
But eventually, you gotta be like, all right, let it go.
We can't have that mindset, because if we have that mindset, then Melee's gone. Not happening, dude.
It was released in 2011.
No. The game is still gonna be there. Just stop releasing it for new consoles. Stop fucking taking the same game and just releasing it for a new console. Like, stop that. What is wrong with you?
All the old bugs are still there as well. That's the best
because
thing.
they want all the new kids who don't have access to all these old consoles, like a Xbox.
That's the incredible thing about Skyrim is, to this day, especially with mods, it is the best looking game. The best looking open world game. Without a doubt.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is incredible. It was released in 2011. Like,
yeah, well, Melee was released in 2001, and it looks,
No, Melee looks like shit.
Shut up.
I'm sorry.
Excuse
I'm
me?
sorry. Melee looks like shit.
Oh,
It plays good. It looks
Here
like
we
shit.
go again. Oh, man.
I'm scrolling
He
through these
just
questions,
finished
and oh my god, you guys fucking disappoint me. These questions are fucking awful. What is wrong with you guys?
Yeah.
What? Can you explain quantum physics? Clearly a joke.
Do Icy's parents?
Oh,
know
here's
that
a good one.
he's
What is your
gay?
opinion on Nth? Oh, I love that. Yeah, they cut themselves short.
I mean,
Are you ever going to update your outro? That is updated. I already did it.
If my parents watch my videos, they'll know that I fuck IGP pretty regularly, according to our commentary. So probably.
Yeah. Wow, these questions really suck.
His beard is a Yeah, these questions suck.
Yep.
Because I thought you were just like picking like generic questions, and I was like, dude, you can pick any question because this podcast is not family friendly. But it turns out you were actually picking the best ones that were there already.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
How big is the dick?
The dick is big.
It's
it's not huge, but it's big.
Solid,
firm, girthy.
Here's one that could be interesting. What games are you and Icy looking at playing in the future? And this is, we don't, like, this isn't like answering the question. This is more what our process is.
What?
What? He's already turned me into a rapper. Don't encourage him to do it again.
Oh yeah, that was great.
When a game comes out, I or Indy will get an email. Probably Indy. He's bigger than me. Will get an email about it, and he'll click a link and it'll say multiplayer. It looks cool. Hey, do you want to play this? Yeah, let's check it out. We check it out. If it's good, upload. If it's bad, in the shitter it goes. We don't plan, really, for series. And whenever we do plan for series, it's generally months in advance. We forget about the game. It's released 2 months later. We're like, oh, yeah, that game released. We should do something about it.
Yeah, we're pretty bad at YouTube.
Good,
yeah.
Good. So there's a question for you two. How does it feel having complete jackasses as friends?
I love it.
It's the best.
I wouldn't call them
actually.
jackasses, but that's how I like my friends.
Yeah.
You guys are the best. You know,
Yeah, we talked about this. Why are people asking questions we already talked about? Fucking,
I don't know, because they didn't listen to the podcast probably.
and I'm fucking disappointed.
Yeah.
Disappointed.
They probably
in
didn't
all
listen.
of you. Yeah, there's only like 2,000 people listen.
Yeah.
500 of those
that's,
were me.
that's a lot of people. Like, what's
It's at
wrong with you?
10,000. It's almost
Like,
at 10,000.
Oh, you're
Every
right.
single one of you, what's wrong with you? We're like an hour and 40 minutes into this. Like, do you feel good about your decision to like sit that long in front of your computer? You could be doing something. I mean, I hope you were doing something as you were listening. If you were just like sitting there and doing nothing and listening to us, I'm so sorry. I feel like we took a lot of your life away. Just
Yeah,
like,
I mean, there's nothing happening on screen. They're absolutely listening to us doing other things. So
yeah, I mean, they could. I hope they were cleaning or something. You know, like just doing
being
something.
productive citizens on this shitty planet.
Yeah.
Comment down below what you were doing at the time of listening to Weasel
please
shit
don't.
on your life.
Please do not comment that because nobody cares and wants to know. Nobody gives a fuck what you were doing as you were listening to this podcast.
Okay,
Nobody
so
would
here-
give a
so
fuck
we're-
what I was doing while I'm doing there. And also,
Oh,
I'm
they
worried
wanna
that
know,
people
dude.
were. Also, I'm worried that people would like tell me about things that I really don't want to know. It's like I don't want to know if you're touching yourself to IGP's voice. I do. I don't need to know
Well,
that someone else
okay.
does
Yeah.
because then
See,
it becomes really
I'm
weird.
actually touching myself to your voice, and
I
I'm
mean,
not
yeah.
ashamed to admit it.
That's the only reason I'm coming onto this
Wait.
podcast to
Hey,
hear your
why-
voice.
This podcast. I
Why
see what
the
you did
fuck?
there.
Why am I here? He's touching himself for you. You're touching yourself for him. Who's touching himself for
For
me?
contrast,
Nobody. You're
For
the co-host. You're the co-host. This ain't the Icy podcast.
I'll just go touch myself for me.
You know, that's always the best, to be honest.
Yeah, touching yourself for yourself is
Yeah.
healthy. That's good.
Yeah, if you can't
Love
do it
yourself.
for yourself, nobody else will, dude.
Yeah, that's important. That's
Specifically
This
talking
is
to you.
why I've never had a
let's swing it back.
girlfriend.
Let's swing it back to YouTube. Make sure
Okay.
you're happy about what you're doing on YouTube, because if you don't like what you're doing yourself on YouTube, it's just gonna get fucking depressing.
Very
And
depressing.
don't rely on motivation. When YouTube becomes a business, don't rely on motivation.
Oh, that goes for anything. Just
Yeah.
like you can't just wait. I think what you mean is like you can't wait to be motivated. That's not.
That's my
how-
biggest problem.
Yeah.
Is I keep waiting to be motivated and it won't come. Or it'll come at the most annoying fucking times. There's so
Oh,
many times I'll get motivated at 3 a.m. and I can't do anything because I'm in a house with other people. It pisses me off.
I mean, I know who else knows something about like coming at the most inopportune times. Isn't that right, IGP?
You weren't.
Yeah. It's well, dude, you know, every time we see each other, it's been a while, and I just
I know.
get excited. You
I
know,
This
know.
like-
little happy dance.
I know.
And I-
Well, you
and
could
I-
at
and
least
I hope
wait
in the
until we're
end-
inside.
No,
That's it's
and
really.
I hope in the end it makes you feel good about yourself, you know, because that's for
does.
you.
It-
It's all for you. It's not
does,
for
but-
me.
Yeah, but the neighbors don't need to see like the
Jesus.
wet spot in your pants. They
Well, the
don't-
neighbors, you can look at the neighbors directly in the eye and you can say, yeah, that's right. He's mine. And be proud of it.
Fine. Yeah, I'll do that. You know what? I'll do that. I'll walk over there right now and tell them like, you keep your hands off my man.
And those
Isn't that
fucking
right?
eyes.
I
Yeah,
don't
that's
think
gonna be
I'm
great.
going to be visiting the U.S. Sorry.
Oh, I mean, your plane's gonna land, and I'm gonna be like, this is gonna be standing in a pile of it, dude. Okay, all right,
Like,
YouTube.
I'm just
Hold
gonna
on.
put Elmer's glue all over you as you're holding up a sign like for like icy.
Oh, he's going to hear me. He will hear me. Andy, help!
What's
Where
your
am I?
favorite horror game, IGP? Your favorite
Ooh,
horror game that
Silent
you did?
Hill 2.
Ooh.
I thought it was
All-time
agony.
favorite, without a doubt, no competition. Best horror game that's
Wow.
ever been made and will never be topped.
Are
You
you gonna
loved
ever
Agony.
play that on your channel?
I will live stream it, probably.
Ooh.
No,
Ooh,
you
I
won't.
like that.
No,
I
he
will.
won't. He says he's going to live stream for the past 6 months.
Well,
No, I never
Well, you
said,
should co-
I'm going to do it today and then put it off.
you
I've
should
never
come
ever
here and we should
committed.
live stream it.
Hell
Yes. Yes.
Hell yeah.
Make it happen.
Once I
Okay.
have my internet here soon, it'll be great, and then we can just like play for that.
Dude, that's going to be
Yes.
so cool.
Dude, hell yeah.
Just have a
That'd be
couch
dope.
co-op of Silent Hill 2. Oh, I'm
yeah.
excited.
Well, I'm sure
I'm
people
your
are,
hype man.
I'm sure people are looking for like indies as well. Like, so like Amnesia: The Dark Descent was great. Soma was great.
I loved Soma.
Layers of Fear was pretty good. And
Layers of Fear didn't
was
do it
okay.
for me.
yeah, I mean,
It
in
was
terms
okay.
of horror and atmosphere, it was pretty good. I mean, they're really
It started out strong, eventually got silly.
yeah. But Amnesia: The Dark Descent for sure. I mean, that's a fucking
Darkwood.
classic at this point.
Darkwood.
Darkwood was scary, but it wasn't really like, you can only immerse yourself in a top-down pixelated horror so much, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
So, but yeah, I mean, Silent Hill 2, the remake of Resident Evil 1 that came out for the GameCube, that was pretty terrifying.
Oh yeah.
At least when I was a kid. Silent Hill 2 is still terrifying to this day, but
Alien Isolation was AAA, wasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
That
it's
game
Alien, are you
scared
kidding
the
me?
Shit out of me.
Did it? Well, everything's
Yeah.
okay. So this is an interesting topic. Is that like what you say horror games? Like the person who asked the question is like horror games. Is it like, what do you mean? Like, is it what has frightened me the most? Because like something like Five Nights at Freddy's has frightened me and made my voice hurt from screaming more than any other game. But I wasn't
think
terrified
really
from it.
enjoyable. Like your favorite. Like what are you like?
Yeah.
This is a horror game genre game, and I also really had a lot of fun playing it. I think
Yeah,
that's the
Silent
one.
Hill 2, hands down for sure. Then.
Sounds
But
good.
like, I mean, if I'm looking to get scared, you know, like the old classic Slender game with your volume all the way up is great. It's great if you want to get scared.
God, that friggin' game.
The fucking game, dude. Something
Well,
about it.
I don't get when I know a jump scare is coming, I don't get thingies
But that's
by
the thing
jump
about
scare.
Slender is you know what is going to happen. You just don't know when it is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
when
see,
it does
that
happen,
still doesn't get me. I just get bored.
Oh,
don't
SCP
bullshit
containment
me.
breach.
Don't. Oh
That
my
is
God. Never mind. Wait.
Oh, no,
Never
no,
mind.
no, don't.
SCP containment breach. Absolutely. Sorry.
I've never played that.
No.
I've never played that.
It is god awfully terrifying, dude.
Yeah.
It's hard to play. Like
I
it's
can't
hard
play
to
it.
walk into the next room.
I cannot play it. I literally
going to stream
can't.
that.
I pick. Okay, please do.
I might
Please
stream
play
it
it, and I
tonight.
will watch it. Please
Stream it.
do.
And
I
okay,
will
and
watch-
if you're going to do it, you need to do it right, which I'm sure
Where
you
do I
will. But
get
you
it?
need to make
SCP.
sure your room is dark. You need to have your headphones on. You need to have the volume all the way up. Do you have
oh,
good
it's
headphones?
free.
Yes.
I cannot even play the game like without lights off. I can't even play the game with lights on.
Yeah,
I played through the game, and I'm so happy that I did it in 3 episodes.
I never got that far because it's too terrifying. I'm afraid to
I'm
walk into the other
definitely
room.
not.
That's how bad it is. So yes,
Like-
okay. Silent Hill 2, Amnesia: The Dark Descent, and SCP Containment Breach.
Yeah.
Also because of
Okay.
the lore of SCP, like I don't know if anybody's like looked kind
Oh,
of deep
I
into the
love
SCP
the
Foundation.
lore.
It's so good. Like, there's
yeah.
The stories are kind of stupid, but it's still such an interesting concept to think about.
I sent you that animation channel, didn't I? Lord Buns or Lord Bung, I believe he's called, who does the SCP Containment Breach animations. You should watch it. It is
I will. Yeah.
awesome. It is
So-
awesome.
So since the person like spammed their questions 3 times, I'm gonna ignore him.
I thought you were gonna read it. That's good.
No.
He's
But here's the thing. I'm not gonna ask that question, but it is. I've seen that question, and it comes and goes. And maybe by us telling you, listener, now about that question, you will hopefully never ask a YouTuber about that again. And by probably telling you about that, you will constantly ask us about it. Please stop asking what is your favorite game? It's a dumb question.
It is
Please
really
stop.
a fucking dumb question.
It is the
I've
worst
just
question.
started saying Dying Light whenever people ask, because I don't actually have a favorite, but Dying Light's the one I go back to the most.
I usually just say
Yeah.
the game that I'm playing right now.
Yeah.
If I'm fed up with
Yep.
it, like this is my
or
favorite
I say
game.
Melee.
Yeah, but it's like it is a really like it's not creative. It's super generic. It's not.
Well, I
Yeah,
don't
well,
know
that-
how someone can have a favorite game.
Yeah, that as well. It's
Yeah.
really difficult because it really depends on your mood when you play it. It depends on when you played it. Like I had a favorite game like 15 years ago that I might think is pretty bad today's standard, but I had a lot of time playing it. Like it is so difficult to pick that. Like what is your favorite game if you played like hundreds of good games?
Yeah.
And
Well, that question, and then also the questions of like, why did you start your channel, or how did you start your channel?
yeah.
Because it's like in that particular case, I've explained that a million times in so many different ways on so many different videos,
Yes.
but yeah, like, what is your favorite game? What the fuck? I don't know. Like, what is your favorite movie?
It's Subnautica.
That's what everyone wants me to say.
I know.
I fucking love Subnautica. I played a lot of Subnautica, and I was happy that it was successful for me because I really fucking loved that game. I still do. But yeah, and it's not my favorite game.
Yeah.
It's not. I
That's
don't
an
have a
important
favorite.
distinction.
I have the games that I like in certain genres, and
Yeah.
like Sven said, it depends on my mood. You know, sometimes I fucking hate Subnautica because I'm tired of playing it that day.
Well, as we're approaching, like the nearly 2-hour mark, I think it is a good point to say, like, okay, maybe we've taken enough time.
No,
off the
dude, they
people.
want 3
But
hours.
I do have one more question for you. I do have one more question for you. When are you gonna play Farlone Sales again?
Look, I want the final episode of Farlone Sales.
I mean,
I'll give it to you. I'll make it. I'll make it now. It'll be 1 second. It'll be a 1 second video.
I mean, that's maybe not.
And
a bad
everybody
thing.
can have their
It's a
fucking
finale.
closure and shut up. I'm gonna have to make an
maybe,
emote
maybe
now
you
about
do
Farlone
need to make
Sales.
a closure video for that.
No, I don't want to. God damn it. I don't want to. And even if I did, it's a bad idea. It's not gonna perform well. It's gonna crash my channel, and all the fucking work that I've done so far this last week is just gonna go down the fucking drain. No.
Well, how about you put it on my channel?
No!
Oh my god.
Because I don't care about people and what they want. Fuck that. And it also ruins the meme.
It ruins the meme.
Here's a question. And since we're all here, you're going to be bound by your word because everyone will hear it in the fucking world.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Are we, like Sven, are you going to be joining in our shenanigans more often on YouTube?
I would absolutely love that.
Yes!
But I'm not going to because I hate both of you.
No!
I'm just kidding. No, of course I'm going to. Of course I'm going to join in. No, absolutely.
All right, I'm going to say
Absolutely.
something really gay to you right now, Sven.
Oh,
The
God.
excitement I actually just felt when you said absolutely. I don't actually
No.
remember if that's the word you said because I was so excited.
I think so. Yeah.
It was amazing.
I wasn't listening,
Excellent.
but the excitement I felt.
Yeah,
I love playing games. I played several games, and I'm not even gonna record them. I'm just gonna like play them with you and just
My heart.
well, don't
actually
you
lifted
like? Can't
there.
you turn that into content for Facebook or no?
Oh yeah, no, true. I can. Maybe I'll do that. Just so you guys like have a
Kill two
foothold
birds
on
with one
Facebook.
stone, and then we can literally just like everything we just fucking did in this podcast will just be what the content is, dude.
Oh my
Excellent.
god, it's
Just
gonna be
fucking-
so good. I'm excited.
I think the first thing should be Bigfoot
Yes.
Yes.
because he
Yes,
hasn't
because
seen
we
the new
already said
Bigfoot
that.
yet. Yeah.
I don't know. It was a thing. Well, whenever you're good, I'm good.
Hell yeah. Well, excellent. Well, that's a good point to
Yeah.
close off the podcast.
Yeah.
So thank you,
I
everyone.
promise to play more games and you playing more Farlone Sales.
Oh my god. Why didn't you say if you finish Farlone Sales, I will record videos with you?
No,
Why didn't
you're
you
already
do
bound
that?
to your
I
word.
would,
You're bound
I
to your
would
word.
never do that to him. Like
Oh,
I know how it is I know how it is to like not want to touch a game anymore. I know how it breaks you if you have to pick up a game and you try to record.
So many times I've almost gone back to Colony Survival.
Yeah, you load up the game. I cannot tell you how many times I loaded up a game like 60 seconds or what is it called? One time I loaded up Simple Planes because I finally was breaking and like, you know what, I'm gonna do a friggin' video. After 5 minutes, I really felt like, you know what, I'm just gonna slit my wrists and end it. It's fucking over. This is just awful.
That's good. I mean, yeah, that's how I would feel. Like there's no way I could record it, to be honest. There's no way.
Yeah.
It's just not.
It doesn't work
happen.
like that. I can't.
How about you send me your save? I record
Icy, just
it
stop.
for you.
Just stop. Just stop.
And then you have
Well, no, we can't go around it. It's gonna ruin the meme. The meme has to stay.
Fine.
We don't have many memes, okay? We need memes to get popular. That's the goal here, okay?
Memes.
Anyway,
Me.
thank you all so much for watching the second episode of the IG podcast with a very special guest, Sven. Thanks for joining, dude.
You're
Love you,
welcome.
Sven.
You're fucking welcome.
If you want to check out Sven, he's no longer on YouTube, so
Yeah, sucks for you. Bye.
bye. No, seriously, he streams quite often. What's your schedule like? Oh, you don't have one, right?
I don't really have a schedule, but like I try to like pull off a stream every weekday.
Right.
Basically at any time.
Facebook.com/WeaselZone. That'll be down in the description as well. You should check him out. Also, whenever he uploads videos featuring your boy and your other boy, when that happens, check it out. Give him a follow. Check out his streams. He's been playing fucking insane stuff. You're weird, dude. He was playing Super Mario 64 with a steering wheel, and it was amazing.
Yeah, but I haven't been doing that for a little bit.
Gamer girl played Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
I needed a change. I couldn't handle it being a man
this
anymore.
wig makes me feel so at home.
Oh my gosh, this is me. It was so itchy. It was bad.
Oh, dude, it looked terrible. Do you remember the thumbnail I made for that one Slendy Tubbies video?
Yeah.
You looked like that. That's what it reminded me of. I'm like, is this is this the screen from
like
that?
a really shitty like Photoshopped wig? That's
yeah,
what
it
was.
looked so fake on you. It's crazy. But
Yeah,
anyway,
I
check him out
enjoyed it.
there. Again, Facebook.com/WeaselZone. He's an awesome dude. And every other link to my stuff, Icy stuff, that's down in the description as well. And join the IG Paradise Discord server, the new one that's better, the one that says "fuck you and your mother," and have a good time. So yeah, thanks for joining, man. This was fun. 2 hours.
I loved it. Oh wait, did we hit 2 hours?
We got to stretch this out. So if we could just
Okay,
keep
so
talking.
it was really great talking to you guys, and I really appreciated the opportunity to come on here and talk about shit that actually nobody like in their right mind would care about. You know, just
No, they don't. They don't know that they care about it yet.
In the first episode of the IG podcast, when we finished, I think my first words to Indy was, "That was shit," and then I loved it when we uploaded it.
Yeah.
I'm hoping this will be the same because at the end of it just feels like it was a complete mess.
I like how you said, like, in the last episode of the IG podcast, like, there is, like, more than one other episode.
Oh, yeah, right.
This is the second episode. Like,
in the other episode.
Yeah.
Not episode. I mean, I enjoy it. It's been fun.
You made that thoroughly
I can't
enjoyable.
wait for the vaguely positive comments. Can't wait. Because if you enjoy it, that's what's going to happen. I mean,
the biggest thing I think I miss from your YouTube channel, Sven, is the reading your comments videos.
Oh, dude.
Those were
good.
So good.
But it's like, it's not an original format, and it wasn't. I
know.
don't think there was that good.
But your
was very good.
personality on them was spectacular.
If I would do those, I
nothing short of
probably would get
spectacular.
banned on YouTube because it would not be friendly.
Yeah,
It would not be friendly anymore.
I was watching them back again recently, and they had me in stitches. So, goddamn.
Really?
Yeah, they actually did. Yeah.
Believe it or not, Sven, you are an excellent entertainer.
No, I am
Yes,
not. You shut
you
your
are.
whore mouth. You shut that mouth.
I'll guarantee.
Not
How
funny.
much you want to bet before? Because people probably won't get this far in the podcast. But if they,
I mean, we said by 5 times. They must have clicked off by now.
yeah, exactly. So, but most of the comments I can guarantee will be that you were an excellent guest, or an excellent first guest at least, and that you will be returning. We're going to force you to do other ones. So,
well, I mean, I'm the only guest, so it would be really weird. I'm probably also the worst guest.
Is he going to be the new co-host? Am I being replaced?
God, no, thanks.
I wouldn't mind doing. I mean, I wouldn't mind some episodes like we have, like, or I mean, even if you join permanently. I mean, I'm not extending that. I don't want to force you to do anything, but like Critical's podcast has 3 people, and they bring on or no, they have 4 people, I think.
Jesus.
Yeah, 4 people, and they bring on a guest.
Yeah, I would like that.
They do have better. They do have better demeanor.
Here.
They do have better demeanor.
Need better people on this
no,
podcast.
You shut your
every single podcast I'm on, I'm saying the same fucking shit. It's always the same stuff about YouTube. It's
gonna be simple planes all over again.
The only thing that was missing from this podcast was any tip for any starting new YouTubers?
Whenever someone asks me that, I just send them to WeaselZone.com.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Wait, okay, never mind.
There's articles on there.
Totally misunderstood what you meant. I thought you sent him to his breakup with YouTube videos.
I'm doing that from now on.
I'm leaving YouTube.
I'm doing that from now on.
No, that's a pretty good one.
But honestly,
WeaselZone, just really don't. It's just fucking don't.
Take the hint.
But
yeah, I get it. Weasel, yeah, you got some good advice on WeaselZone.com. Yeah.
You had the full thing on there.
Oh yeah. Also important. I know I'm making fun of this because I did it so many times. But no, I like giving advice. That's not a problem. I don't think if people ask do you have some tips, there's nothing wrong with that. But a bit more specific is always good.
If there are not at least 50 red arrows in your thumbnail, you are a failure.
And you will never succeed on this platform.
Never succeed.
I guess not.
I'm going to make a video of nothing but red arrows.
Sven, have you ever put an arrow in your thumbnail?
Yes.
I think once or twice I tried that, but not a lot.
Oh, you did for Hello Neighbor. You had 16 arrows pointing towards him.
Yeah.
Every single one of Indy's videos for a while had a bloody arrow in it.
Oh, yeah. I loved it. It was so funny. I don't because if you weren't paying attention, you're just he's trying to get views, and it's dude, the arrows are literally pointing to nothing. I had one pointing to the neighbor's dick.
Oh yeah, I did that too. The arrow's just pointing randomly around, and the title is called "Hiding the Secret Clickbait." So yeah.
That was a good one. Yeah, I was always thinking about putting arrows just pointing to outside of the thumbnail to think that's some
did
meta.
That once, didn't you?
I don't know. I mean, sometimes I've done them recently in Green Hell because you literally can't really see what it is in there. So it's just all right, we'll try it out. It's not there's a reason for it. All the other times it's just ironic or just being.
I just realized what a great tattoo that would be if you have a little red arrow on your thigh pointing towards your dick. That'd be great. I just maybe put a circle around the ball sack as well.
Oh yeah, that one. Okay,
it's a whole Circles
no one can see. No one can see
the dick
what
otherwise.
I'm looking at.
Yeah.
What? What are you talking about?
I don't know anymore. We're past 2 hours, so my brain is
tired ass podcast.
I'm fucking done. You guys.
Thanks for watching. Facebook.com/WeaselZone. Get your amazing fill of weaselness on stream.
Get your YouTube tips there.
Oh my god! Just can we end this, please? God, my fucking head.
I have one more question.
Oh my lord! I'm just gonna.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.